NIO looks dominant compared to their main competition. Now, those three brands that they want to compete with and take market share from in the Chinese market are BMW, Audi, and Mercedes. First, let's look at the retail sales volume. This is the first quarter in 2024, and this is only the pure battery electric vehicle sales. And what we've got is NIO at number 7. And the only one of their three main competitors, these German automakers, is BMW. They're the only one that even made the top 20 with just over 22,000. So NIO leading the way and actually outselling all three of the brands combined if we're only talking about the pure battery electric vehicle sales. Then if we go over to the bigger picture overview of the entire market, a couple of things I want to point out. This is all the retail sales volume for brands, including the basically hybrids represented in the orange. The blue represents ICE or internal combustion engines. So these are the conventional sales. Tesla, the only automaker, even in the top 20, that is selling all pure battery electric vehicles, at least for right now. I'm wondering if NIO's not going to make this list before the end of 2024. Let's check back. We'll stay tuned on that. But this is noteworthy. BMW, as you see here, Audi right here, and then Mercedes-Benz down here. Now, again, remember, on that pure battery electric vehicle list, BMW is the only other one that showed up out of the three main competitors for NIO. And NIO was still leading BMW in sales. But because the majority of Mercedes sales and Audi sales and even BMW sales still remain ICE or internal combustion engine sales, well, that's why this is really important. And I don't know who didn't see it, but shout out and thank you to Jason for breaking this down. Jason, this is NIO coming out with a new policy to encourage more of that sub-segmented premium/luxury user to buy NIO. Gasoline vehicle users who switch to NIO will receive an additional subsidy of 10,000 yuan for optional equipment. In addition to this, current purchases of NIO also come with these benefits: 15,000 yuan for optional equipment, a NIO phone voucher worth 6,498 yuan, approximately 3,600 yuan in battery swap vouchers, or 36 vouchers total, a 1-year free NOP Plus, NIO on Pilot Plus, valued at 4,560 yuan. NIO is really doing great, not targeting EV competitors in the same segment, but focusing instead on converting gasoline vehicle users. And so again, let's go back now, because you've got to recognize the main competition for NIO, those three German brands, Audi, BMW, Mercedes. Based on these numbers, there are a ton of potential sales that eventually will come over to the EV side of the business, the pure battery electric side. So NIO, even with an early lead, only in that sub-segmented piece of the market, but now looking to tap and take over some of those ICE customers and to bring them over, convert them over to pure battery electric vehicles. I want to know, drop it in the comments, who was aware of this, who wasn't, who realized it, who didn't. Also, shout out to Marcel, because he kind of summarizes it nicely here. Pure electric sales in China so far, and this is for above 200,000 yuan, Tesla number 1. But then, as he says down here, NIO outselling the three German automakers. But if you move that threshold, that price range up, NIO only selling in the premium and luxury segment, probably the $40,000 US dollar price range and above is where all of NIO's sales are coming from. So what gets really interesting is with NIO coming out with their sub-brands later this year in 2024 and then into 2025, they're going to have more of the potential to take the sort of lower priced market segment as well. But in the meantime, I'm just so curious to see how many of the existing, let's say, the German automaker users, the folks who've been buying those brands, the majority of those sales obviously are going to the ICE side of the business. They're going to come over at some point. Is this the year? Do we have to wait for 2025? I don't know, but I'm so curious to see how that subsidy and the creative marketing by NIO on the sales side to try and attract more of those users to come over and convert from ICE to pure battery electric vehicles. Drop it in the comments. I want to hear from you. Come back and see me again. Thanks. I appreciate it. Have a great day.